Oh, hi, thanks for checking in. I'm still a piece of garbage. Oh, hi, thanks for checking in. I'm still a piece of garbage.
Oh, wait. Hello. Howdy, gamers! Howdy, gamers! I hope you all having a good Friday. It's Friday, and it's also the 1st of December, so that means it's the first of Christmas. It's the first of Christmas! Yeah, Christmas! Are we excited for Christmas? I hope we're excited for Christmas. God damn it! Okay, well, Christmas over. Goodbye. 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 No more Christmas. No Christmas. No Christmas. Nope. No Christmas. No Christmas. No Christmas. No Chrysler. You can see my ears kind of just whoop, whoop, up, eh, ah, yee, woo, hey. I hate it here. Anyways.
Oh, hi, thanks for checking in. I'm still a piece of garbage.
Thank you for checking in. I really appreciate it. Anyways, I hope we're all having a good Friday. It's the end of the week. It's the first day of Christmas. We're so good. It's going to be so fantastic. We're going to play some Fortnite today so we can finish up the past before tomorrow. Tomorrow, for those unaware, tomorrow is the, tomorrow's the end of the current season, and we also have a Fortnite event tomorrow. I'm supposed to stream at noon tomorrow, which we may or may not end up doing that. What time did Foxy say the event was? I forget. Wow, hello. Wow, fancy meeting you here. Haha. Wink, wink, wink. I can do it. Wink, wink. Okay, so the event starts tomorrow at like 1 o'clock or 1:30 Eastern. Or no, it starts at 2, but he wanted to get together. Okay, that's fine. This is fine. Anyways, so we're probably gonna start an hour later than scheduled tomorrow. When writing the schedule for this week, I forgot that the Fortnite event happened this weekend, and I also forgot what time it was. So, yeah, we're gonna stream. We're gonna stream a little later tomorrow, so we can stream the event. But it's gonna be great. We're gonna have a fantastic time. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. All right. I don't know. I mean, that's like, honestly, the only thing on my agenda today was to finish the battle pass for Fortnite. So if we get that done, listen, I'm so excited, y'all. I'm so excited. I'm zooming. I'm fucking zooming. I'm going. Look at me. I'm going. I'm zooming. Ooh, ooh. I'm gonna go feral. If we get the pass done today, then fantastic. Poggy Woggies, the most poggers of woggers if we get the pass done today. Which, I mean, we only have like 1 page left, so that being said, we're not getting any of the extra shit done. I'll say that. There's like, we'll get base pass done today, but there is no way in hell I'm getting the extra shit. I mean, I want to see, let me load up so I can see if there's stuff for banana or
Oh, hi, thanks
what's
for
it called?
checking in. I'm still a piece of garbage.
Thank you for checking in. I really appreciate it. What's it called? I forget what he's called. It's like banana split peely or some shit like that. Either way, I want to see if there's extra shit for him. If there is, then we'll try for that. And then I'll be happy. And then I'll be satisfied. And then I can go on into the next season feeling 100% satisfied. All right. You know, I feel like I had something I needed to talk about, but I can't remember what it is anymore. My brain cells, they're gone. I just don't remember. I don't know. I don't remember. Me for gore. I don't know. My brain is still a little fuzzy, I'm gonna be honest. I woke up today feeling a lot better than I did yesterday, not nearly as fatigued. He really did take the brain cell. Thanos came in here, swung it around, fucking brought his ass around town, and fucking snapped out the holiday, and snapped out my brain cell. Thank you, Thanos. That's absolutely what I wanted today. I totally wanted fucking... I totally wanted Thanos to fucking snap away my brain cells with the sound of his ass cheeks clapping. Oh god. Alright, anyways. Yesterday I felt pretty fatigued. Today I feel a lot better. I still am a little tired, but not nearly as bad as it was yesterday. It was pretty bad yesterday, I'm not gonna lie. Let me go through stuff that I don't need to have open anymore. Because my computer is a wee bit of a potato. Just a little bit. Just a little bit of a potato. Alright, here we go. Hang on. Nope. Bada bing, bada boom. Did you ever get that M.2 cooler? No. No, we're a little, I had a whole train of thought and it just fucking left. It is Beast Boy! What am I doing? Dailies. Checking dailies. That's what I'm doing. Collect ammo while sliding or in a vehicle. Collect weapons at hotspot. Deal damage at fatal fields. At least 2 of those are easy. Boy! Oh, there's a golden peely. Oh, but you have to get 20 stars. You have to claim all of the shit on this page, and then you need 20 stars for fucking banana split peely. Oh my god, that's impossible. I don't think I can do it. Am I gonna challenge myself though? Yes. Leveling up, I think. Pretty sure. You know what? You know what? We're gonna do it. We're gonna do the cursed one. We're gonna do the cursed one. I don't know why, but it seems like I do pretty well when we play with the cursed one. So we're gonna play with the cursed one. We're also gonna... I normally don't change these out, but... I'm gonna change it out for this one. Okay, oh god, I'm gonna give myself whiplash. Let me not start stream by throwing up at my computer. That would be terrible. That would be awful. But, you know, thinking about it, it would be terrible for me, but it would make some great content, I bet. Put that on fucking... What is it? Twitch fails? Yeah, Twitch fails. Local VTuber gives herself whiplash and throws up all over her computer. He's doing pretty well. He's gotten used to the dogs now, so they're kind of all just vibe and chill out with each other. Sometimes Salem will run up on Jug and, like, you know the cat thing where, like, they'll run up on something and...
I'm still a piece of garbage.
Thank you for checking in, I really appreciate it. They'll run up on something and then they'll, like, prop themselves up on their back feet and start waving their front paws around. You know? Like, he starts doing that with Jug. It's hard to explain. I'm doing a terrible job of explaining it. But I'm sure I'm sure cat people have some inkling of what I'm talking about. It's like he's getting ready to, like, he's in a fight stance, in a fighting stance, but not actually gonna fight. It's the epitome of, ooh, I'm gonna hit you, ooh. Yeah. I'm totally gonna hit you. But either way, all of that to say, he's doing great. He's fantastic. All right, see, we can kill 2 birds with 1 stone here. This is a hot spot, and I need to deal damage here, so... Oh, yo, what if we got all 3 dailies done in one place? Could you imagine? Holy shit, I don't know what I would do, if I'm quite honest. I'd be impressed. Thoroughly impressed. All right, hurry up, hurry up, hurry up. All right, I need 3 weapons. We gotta find 1 more somewhere. That's ammo. Oh no, I lied. It is a weapon. There we go. 3 weapons. 1 done. Okay. Oh, airstrike. Give me that. Okay. Oh god! Ah! No, you rat bastard! I'm so sad. They didn't even take the airstrike! I'm so sad. How many of the dailies did we get done, though? 2? Oh! Oh shit, we got all of them done! Let's fucking go. I think we did. I think we got all of them done. Okay, well, that's everything I wanted to do. Thanks for stream. Thanks, guys. Thanks for hanging out. See you later. Alright, anyways. Oh man, a whole 5 battle stars. I love that. No, we got 2. 2 done. Me sad. Collect ammo while... Ah, thank you so much for making it! It's so cute! I love it! Thank you so much for making it and releasing it for people to use! Thank you! Guys, if you aren't aware, Kiddo is Super Poggers, and they released a free to use gingerbread cookie model for VTube Studio, and it's super cute. Hold on, let me get up here so I can show you guys in action. Look at that. Isn't it great? The angles on it. It looks 3D, man. It's so cool. They did such a fantastic job. And you can customize it because there's like a bunch of stuff, like different sliders and colors and things that you can use to customize it and make it your own. It's so cool. It's so freaking cool. I'm trying to load up my my thingy, my thingadoodle. Here we go. It's so freaking cool. If you know, you're VTuber, or you know, somebody who just wants to play around with VTuber model, you should totally go check out Kiddo and drop them a follow. They're super poggers. Thank you for releasing the asset. I appreciate it. Eventually I would figure out where we're fucking, oops, wrong one. No, I want to go in the corner. Thank you. Okay. Eventually I'll figure out where we're dropping. Thank you, kiddo. I appreciate it. We're trying. It's rough, but we're trying. We're just gonna nosedive down. I have no goal here. It's a hot spot. I just need to slide and collect ammo. I was pretty sure I did that last round, but apparently not. Maybe I just didn't do it good enough. Fortnite said you didn't do it good enough. It's not up to our standards. Your sliding while collecting ammo was not up to code. We're gonna make you do it again. Please do it again. All right. There's not enough room for me to slide in here. I hear somebody. Oh my god! Oh my lord, I am at 10 health. Close the door. I am almost dead. I can see my life. It flashes before my eyes. My life. Please, por favor. Please, sir, can I have some more? I want more food. We're gonna take this really quickly too. Oh god! That was weird. I'm gonna get this thing. What do you drop? Jetpack and a submachine gun. I would personally like a med kit, but that's just me. Or, you know what? Bandages work too. Band-aids work. There's a band-aid. I need a full health kit though. Why? Why is this here? Who is building walls in the maze? Stop it. There's already enough walls in the maze. Don't build more. What is that? Is it just a pallet of corn? Canned corn here? Could you open, please? Thank you. Where's the other... corn? Corn or... I hate it here. Where's that fucking drone? God dang it. You're welcome. Where's this drone? There it is. Get back over here.
Thanks for checking in. I'm still a piece of garbage.
Thank you for checking in. I really appreciate it. I was like, it's not DVD, but I think she'll do it. Oh, 100%. 100%. I am... Where? Hello? Oh, he's stuck in the tree. There he is. Get down here. Oh. Nobody kill me. Okay. I probably should. There, close enough. All right, let's go. Shrooms! I want to take shrooms! Okay. Now we can go. Now we're good. I am realizing, though, I have quite a few close-range weapons. It would be nice if I could find some long-range ones. I don't need this grappler. I don't know why I'm carrying it. How far? Well, the storm's not too far. Or the circle, not the storm. The circle's not too far. It's just right there. It's just over there. Over yonder. Across the way. Over on the bench. I'm wondering if... So, I think... I mean, I could be wrong, but I think the last time... This is very similar to an event that they did, like, 4 years ago. And I think... Don't quote me on it, but I think it was the black hole event. So I'm wondering if we're just gonna get a dupe of that. Like, just another black hole event. I mean, I won't be, like... You know, I won't be mad if it is another black hole event. I didn't get to experience the first one, so, you know, I'm not entirely opposed against another black hole event. But I don't know. We'll see. We'll find out tomorrow, I guess. You know, I forgot I had a jetpack. I don't know how I forgot I had a jetpack, but I forgot I had a jetpack. I need to slide while collecting ammo. Oh, wait. Shh. Okay, hold on. Honestly, the zip rail, your character should just... Right! No. I messed it up. God! Please, I just need ammo on the floor. Just put it on the ground. In an area where I can slide, please. Okay. This time for sure. Yes! I did it! But we need more. Nailed it! Okay. Oh. I saw that. I have questions, but you know, we'll find out tomorrow, I guess. I have questions and concerns, but we'll find out tomorrow. And I will address these questions and concerns that I have tomorrow. I just want to get out of here. I might have to ride in the storm for a little bit, unfortunately. There we go. It's only 1 point of damage. It's not that bad. Of all the things that you ever thought you would see in your life, did you think one of them was gonna be a giant candy cane on a motorcycle? Tomorrow, I think it's just gonna be me, Foxy, and Travis. Pretty sure. Hang on. There's violence. I found violence. I swear to God. Oh, there's somebody shooting at me from my side. Where are they at? They just stopped. What? Bot? Question mark? Yeah, third party yeah! I missed. And now I have to reload. And now this person absolutely knows I'm here. Oh shit. Oh shit, I have to reload. Why am I floating so high? Why was I floating so high? I don't have a Discord command set up, not like by itself. It's just that's just another one of those commands that I haven't remembered to set up since I wiped my computer. But my Discord server is listed in my card. Oh. Okay, I think she's done. Sorry. Oh, encoding overload. Your face is an encoding overload, OBS. There's so much going on over here. Bailey, can you stop? Can you stop, Princess Bailey, please? Ima kawaii desu. Princess Bailey horosu. Nazeka da, nazeka soy. Bailey-chan kawaii princess. Sure, Tomato Temple, why not? The only thing I know about the event is that Eminem is going to be a part of it, but they announced that themselves. I get you. I see. Nodders. No, I can't really nod, but this is, yeah. I'm nodding. You know what's something I just thought of? Why don't we have a Santa Claus skin? Not like Jonesy or somebody else dressed up like Santa Claus, like legit Santa Claus, like full stop. There could be a bundle. You could do Santa Claus and Mrs. Claus. Epic. I'm over here. I'm ready. Bro, speaking of Epic Games, I thought this was, Travis noticed this the other day while he was job searching. He was looking at other jobs. And there's or I don't know if it's open anymore. Probably not. But there was a position that Epic Games was offering out here that was like, I can't remember what the job title was, but it was basically you communicated with IP holders and stuff. And it was specifically like in our area. We were like, wow, that's pretty neat. That's pretty cool. I don't... Huh? I have very question. All question. What the shit? Move, tomatoes. I swear to God. Am I deaf? I am deaf. Still deaf. Still can't hear shit, apparently. There we go. Ooh. And a junk rift. Either way, I just thought that was kind of cool. I thought it was a cool thing that Travis came across. Let's see if we can... Yeah! I love that they dropped dinosaur butts. Thank you, dinosaur. You did. Oh, actually, not this one. I need to go over one. Hang on. Not you. You didn't do anything. Thank you, dinosaur. You killed them for me. Thank you. I appreciate it. Mwah! All right. Anyways, let's go. I don't know where I'm going now. Oh, you know what? I lied. I know where I'm going. I'm sitting right here. I'm taking my candy-coated, spiral-looking, cane-shaped looking ass and sitting down, and we're gonna figure out what our emote in different matches. Oh, that's easy. Just did that count? Yes. Okay, so we do that once. What are weekly? Just kidding. Apparently I have no weeklies. This is all I got. Unless we do these. Which, these are things you do without even really thinking about it, so. Dailies it is. Emote, damage, we're out of there. I can... Calling in an airstrike is easy. Cause I'm Slim Shady, I'm the real Shady, all you other Slim Shadys are just imitating. That's gonna be stuck in my head now, god damn it. Where are you, Treasure-chan? Treasure-senpai? I did not mean to bust down the door. What is this house? Why is this house layout so weird? All right. Let us embark on a journey. I am on my way. I can go the distance. What? Bailey. 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 Please, por favor. Onegai, please. Bro, what are they swinging at? Where'd they go? Where'd they go? I got him! How many people does each match start with? 100. Pretty sure. At least in solos, I think it's 100. It might be 100 across the board to like in each mode, but I feel like it'd be harder to hit 100 if you do. Well, maybe. I don't know. It's math, and I'm not good at math. I'm not even gonna attempt to do math. Oh! I don't have any more rockets. Wow, that's so many. Yeah. I think that's a large part of the reason why the matches last so long in Fortnite is because they do 100. 100 people instead of, was like in Apex it's like 50, isn't it? Something like that. Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. That's it. That's my baby. That's my child. All right, hang on. We're running. Like 60. Ah. So not, I mean, it's still less than 100, so it still goes by quicker. Ha. Ah. Ha. Ah. Shit. Oh, good shot, whoever that was. I'm stuck. I have to reload, I have to reload, I have to reload. Thank God our aim sucks. Okay. Oh, they had rockets. Thank you. I needed those actually. I appreciate that. Thank you for rockets. 30, 20 teams spending on med. Yay. Yee. Come here. I'm coming to get you. Yeah. All right, what we got here? Oh, shit. Hello? Oh, gotta reload, gotta reload. Yeah. This is all part of my plan. Oh. 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 Oh wait, but I bet that guy's probably a little miffed about that. If it was me, I'd be a little miffed. Oh, somebody just rifted. Yum. The fuck is that noise? Hello? Reload check. Well, it seems as though we've got a pretty long journey ahead of us. Just wandering around. "10 green bottles sitting on the wall. 10 green bottles sitting on the wall. And if one should accidentally fall, there'd be 9 green bottles sitting on the wall." Are Fortnite maps bigger than Apex maps? Maybe? I feel like they feel bigger. Oh yeah, you can go quite a good while without interacting with anybody else. I know they certainly feel bigger. I don't know if they actually are, though. I want to get down. I want to get down. How do you get down? I want to get down, please. I want to get down, please. Thank you. All right, this jetpack is almost spent. Where did they go? I don't know where they went. They went somewhere. Ooh, hello? Okay. Anyways, oh wait, shit, that's the border. We're gonna go this way. Oh. Trying to. If only I could be this good in Apex. You know, saying that, I don't even really believe it. Because I don't think I'm good at this game. I think I get lucky. Somebody just try to shoot at me. There's a chest up there. I want this chest. Ah! Okay. Alright. Whee! Oh, there's another one. I didn't even get a kill in the last 2 days. Oh no. Is that a... Oh, I have a gold one though, I think. Pretty sure. Yeah. Mine's better. A chug jug. I'll take that, thank you. Man, there's a lot of, like, really good loot here. What the fuck happened? Yeah, yesterday felt really weird playing. Like, for some reason, it's like I never played before. Damn. I feel that, though. I mean, there's times where, it's hard for me to articulate right now, but I know how you feel. I know what you're talking about. I know the feeling you were trying to express. I just saw somebody over here. My fucking candy cane head is too big. I don't have... There's a junk rift back there, but I'd have to drop something to carry the junk rift. And I don't know if I feel like doing that. Well, that was easy. Okay. That was much easier than I expected it to be. I was ready for a fight. Oh, shut the front door. Oh, but the rocket launcher might be better. I don't know. We're dropping this. I'm just not going to make the choice. That's what's going to happen. I'm just not going to make the decision. We're just going to... We're going all in. We're going balls deep. Balls to the walls. Metaphorical balls to the walls. There's somebody nearby. Oh my god. Okay, we're not doing this. Oh my god. Okay. I do not like this area. It's very open. I don't see them. I know they just tried to shoot at me, but I don't see them. That's why I don't see them. You're caught, bro. Oh, shit. God damn it, I was switching with my weapons too much. Fuck! I almost had it. Oh well. Two games is not bad. I don't think. Man, I need to, like, take a second. That was a lot. Oh, man. Oh my god, that was a lot. I feel like my nerves always get super, like, they get super high and tense, like, once you get to the last few people. Oh. Oops, that's not what I wanted to do. Alright, Candy Cane Man, I think your good luck is rubbing off. It's not, or not, that doesn't sound right. I don't know what I was trying to say. I give up. Which one is this? Was bundles? We'll do bundles. Dab. I have to have my dab. Alright, think I'm good. Okay. Back into the fray. Brr, brr, brr. I'm chillin'. I'm a little chilly. 10 green bottles sitting on the wall. 10 green bottles sitting on the wall. And if one green bottle should accidentally fall, there'd be 9 green bottles sitting on the wall. 9 green bottles sitting on the wall. And if one green bottle should accidentally fall, there'd be 8 green bottles sitting on the wall. 8 green bottles sitting on the wall. And if one green bottle should accidentally fall, there'd be 7 green bottles sitting on the wall. 7 green bottles sitting on the wall. And if one green bottle should accidentally fall, there'd be 6 green bottles sitting on the wall. 6 green bottles sitting on the wall. And if one green bottle should accidentally fall, there'd be 5 green bottles sitting on the wall. 5 green bottles sitting on the wall. And if one green bottle should accidentally fall. Frosty Flights, because we're playing Bundles. And Bundles is a polar bear. And polar bears live in the cold. And also Christmas! I don't want a lot for Christmas. There is just one thing I need. I don't care about the presents underneath the Christmas tree. Oh, there's hoverboards here. All I want for Christmas is food. Oh, this I got second place. I choked at the last bit and got second place. But I'm not mad. Second place is good. Whoa! Let's fucking go! Oh, it's a pump shotgun. I thought it was an infantry rifle. I need long range. Yeah, we are. As soon as I loot this chest in here. To say I'm disappointed is an understatement. Bop, 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 bop. Oh, there's another jetpack. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Do I want the jetpack? I don't know. Decisions. Where's this chest? It's another junk rift. I'm looking for long range. I need a long range weapon. There's yet another jetpack. Alright, I can use these. There we go. And jetpack. Is it in the floor or is it? It is in the floor. Decisions, decisions. Hi, Zero. How are you? Welcome to the stream. How are you doing? Don't, isn't it funny? I thought it was funny. I thought it was funny. Welcome in, Sierra. I'm so glad you could make it. Oh, Ship Shop Soup gamers. There's an ad coming up soon. I'm gonna type that. No coffee here, only Dr. Pee-Pee. Exactly. I love Dr. Pee-Pee. I am in fact drinking a Dr. Pee-Pee as we speak. A Dr. Pee-Pee cream soda, in fact. So the superior. The superior Dr. PP. Oh, a diet Dr. PP. Wow, there is a shroom in that ice machine. There's lettuce. Oh my god, can I search all of these? You can search all of them. Lots of shrooms. Does the food give you health? Yes. Food gives health. The shrooms give shields. I was about to say, bro, where the fuck is it? What is it, Salem? Oh, there's gunfire up here. I love junk rifts. I love junk rifts. Junk rifts are great. I think somebody just tried to shoot at me. But they missed because, Alright, nobody snipe me. Oh, they had a sniper. I will take that, thank you. No. It's a giant dinosaur. Up.
The hydrator dehydrate, you dick.
Okay, I hydrate. Just one moment, please. One moment, please. Uno momento, por favor. Okay. I hydrate with water. Okie dokie. Ah. Damn fucking tree. I just saw them run. Where did they go? Oh shit. Ah! I got him! That NPC is super pissed though. Ow! Stop being angry at me! I'm sorry, you weren't even the target! I missed. I don't know how I missed. He's standing still. I'm sorry. I was not intending to- Ow! I was not intending to hurt you! God, I'm sorry. I didn't want to have to do that, but you left me with no choice. Oh, wait, no, give me that. All right, we gotta go. I've been playing Fortnite for years. I started playing Fortnite chapter 2, season 1, I think. Pretty sure. It was after the black hole event, I know that. I apparently picked up a grapple gun at some point and I don't know why. Oh! Oh! Abi Jupiter! One thing, I don't know why. It doesn't even matter how hard you try. Keep that in mind. I designed this rhyme. I started in chapter 1 preseason. Oh, I see. Yeah, I know. I can't hit somebody I can't hit somebody standing still, but for some reason I can hit a banger shot. I can hit a banger shot, like, on a distance while riding on the jetpack. No less. Alright, let's see if we can get up here. Okay. I want the high ground so I can snipe. I can't hit that. They're too hidden. I didn't break them. They did. God damn it. Now I'm missing all my shots. Fuck! Some days I'm cracked. Other days I'm just not. God damn it. Alright. There we go. That one person is gonna stay back there though and they're gonna heal. Because why would they not? I could just miss, that works too. Oh my god, please. Hello? 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 I'd like to hit something. Alright, that's it. I'm done fooling around. Ow. Okay. God, I was missing every single shot. It didn't even matter what the fuck it was. It didn't matter. I was just missing all of them. I was not ready. I was not ready for that. They scared me. I got scared. I'm not gonna lie. I got scared. I was terrified. At first I was afraid. I was petrified. Kept thinking I would never live without you by my side. But then I spent so many nights thinking how you did me wrong. No, I'm not looking to play with viewers today. Okay. I am gonna take a quick BRB really quick to go run and grab something to snack on. I can feel my stomach being angry with me. I realized halfway through that match I hadn't had anything to eat today, so I need to go do that. I'm gonna grab some food and then I'll be right back.
This is so cool.
That's my favorite phrase now. I'm gonna go up to Travis and I'm gonna tell him, core me, daddy. I'm winning. Oh shit.
Core me, daddy. This is so cool.
That's my favorite phrase now. I'm gonna go up to Travis and I'm gonna tell him, core me, daddy.
Oh, Mother, don't be mad, but you and these squirrels tried to steal my treats, so don't be mad.
Oh, hi, thanks for checking in. I'm still a piece of garbage.
Holy shit. An army of dead squirrels? What the fuck? Also, I love Jug's. Oh shit. I forgot that I tried to color those for something else entirely. You can't just show that stuff on. You can't just do that. Listen, you can't just. I can't. I just. Listen, I can't. This is too much. It's too much. Oh my gosh. Excuse me. Oh my lord. My goodness gracious. not you typing. Alright, I'm back. Oh, I forgot to emote last match. I got some food to snack on. And I'm ready to continue. Hi, Deathy Dragon, how are you? Welcome to stream. Also, thank you for checking in. Ah, itchy. Okay. Oh god, where's my mouse? There it is. There it is. Oh. Hey yo! That's me. That's my name. Don't wear it out. I'm doing well. Thank you for asking. I really appreciate it. Frosty Flights again! Thank you for the lurk, Jackalaka. I really appreciate it. I dropped a little lower than I probably should have, if I'm honest. But I got distracted. By what? I don't know. Oh, for fuck's sake. There we go. I have a bush. I'm stuck. Oh, he went on a zip line. I can't hit that. As cracked as my aim can be sometimes, I can't hit zipline shots. Oh, looks like they died anyways. Are they coming up here? Yep. Okay. Thank you. Whatever God is blessing me, thank you. Jingle bells, Batman smells, Robin laid an egg. Batmobile lost a wheel and Joker did ballet. Hey! Actually, no, I don't want the bush. Give me that. In what world would anybody pick a bush over a jetpack? Oh! Well, that was easy. You know what I really miss, and I hope that we get it gets brought back in the next season. I really hope that we get like our quests that we would like have to go find stuff in the world, and it would give us like little bits of lore. I really hope we get those back. I've missed those this season. It was nice finding like doing stuff like that. I think the closest we got was gnomes. Like there were gnome challenges where you'd have to go and find gnomes. Oh my god, what is happening? I can't. I just. What is going on? Why am I getting all of these? Oh, wait, it's a hot drop. No. No, Frosty Flights wasn't a hot drop this time. I don't know what the fuck is happening. I don't know why I'm getting such high tier loot. From the packages, it makes sense. Those things almost always drop, like, purple. Like, some kind of purple weapon or purple thing. That makes sense, but everything else is just, what the frick? Well, on the bright side, at least I've got my mid-range, my long range, and short range covered. Streamer luck! You know! You're probably not wrong, unfortunately. As much as I love Junk Rifts, I think I'm gonna have to leave it. At this point, I'm just getting more ammo. I'm just opening shit to get ammo. I don't want the grenade launcher. The grenade launcher was okay last time we used it. It wasn't fantastic, though. I prefer the rocket launcher, I think. Nope, nope, nope. There it goes. Man, one of those hoverboards would be real nice right about now. I didn't want to take one of the gyro balls, because as fun as they are, I find them a little unwieldy to drive, and I have a hard time with them. So, I'd rather a hoverboard. But it doesn't matter. It seems like our prayers are answered. Oh, I don't need it. I'm good. For some reason, I had it in my head. I was like, oh, I need shields. I need shields. I need to heal. Hee hee ha ha tee hee. Yes. Oh, I thought I could rotate. Whoops. Oh shit. Damn. There's one more somewhere, I think. Yep. I missed. So did he, though. Alright. Is that somebody I just saw over here? My eyes did not deceive me. Alright. Oops. Let's go. Whoa. I want those rockets. Okay. I panicked because I saw the golf cart. Oh, whoops. They really tried to hit that shot while I was in the air. Crazy. I don't know what the plan was. Ow! Ow! Fuck! Oh shit! God damn! Well, fuck me then, I guess. Alright, whatever. Sheesh. Alright, almost. We almost have all of them. Oh, I keep forgetting the emote. God damn it. That's the easiest challenge ever, but I keep forgetting to do it. Actually. There we go. Alright, we got this for sure this time. For sure. I believe we got this. Dude, earlier my friend was talking about how they were chowing down on some donuts, and I was like, man, I would love some donuts. And then imagine my surprise when I come downstairs. My roommate, after he came home from work, he brought donuts with him. So now I get to eat donuts. Today's a good day. Any day you get to eat donuts is a good day. All right, Grimbles. All you have to do is stare at them. Just look at them really hard, and then eventually they'll just shit themselves and die because Grimbles is that fucking creepy. Faye absolutely hates it when I play with Grimbles. They absolutely hate it. They do not like Grimbles. Which, I mean, fair. He's creepy. He's really creepy. But I think that's the point, is he's supposed to be. Shit, I don't want a flintlock pistol. Oh god, this thing has got kick. God, this thing, it rockets you back. Holy crap, I don't know what I was expecting, but not that. I just need a safe place to sit for a second so I can take some potions. Oh, they did a storm thing. Oh, they did a storm thing. Ah, shit. God damn it. Unlucky. Oh, I thought there was an edit. Yeah. No? I guess not. Alright, listen. 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 I gotta do something. No. Maybe my wife? Do we think my wife could win? My wife? I need to find a better thing for my wife. I need to find... Butt stallion for... My wife needs butt stallion. I forgot again to, There we go. Alright, sorry. I'm taking a hot minute. Alright, anyways. Alright, my wife. Vi, you've got this, queen. You're my best girl. You're my best girl, Vi. I believe in you. We can do this together. Vi is my queen. How can I lose with my queen? Alright, let's not do a hot drop this time. That's what I'm thinking. That's where I'm thinking we failed. We did a hot drop. Let's go to Risky Reels. We've been doing quite a few hot drops. Look at a butt stallion. So majestic. We're just running across the sunset, riding across the sunset together. Magical pony. Ah, what the heck? Oh my god. Excuse me. Oh my god, not the hiccups. I don't want those. I don't want the hiccups. Ugh. You can keep them. I'm good. I don't want them. Oh. Aha! Down here? Aha. We can get rid of that. Ooh. There's another chest over there. I just saw it. There's another storm flip. There's some more junk rifts over here. My options aren't looking so hot this game. We had some really good ones earlier, but now... now they're not doing so hot. Every time I get ready to leave, I find something else. I want to take that. Alright, let's go. Alright, I don't think they had anything good on them. I mean, I can check, but I don't think they did. No. Common stuff. This person, I think, also had common stuff. I do need to see if I can find some more shields, though. When I said more shields, it's not what I meant. Now let me... Oh. Okay. There we go. Alright. What the shit? You have to mine out these stairs. You don't have a choice. I think. Yeah, you have to mine out the stairs. I don't think I want those. It's another storm flip. I need to find a big pot or even mushrooms at this point. They're all rifts. Maybe in the restaurant? Nope. I don't know. Alright, I guess let's go search a different area. Whoa, hello? Oh my god, it's Bender! Thanks, Bender. I appreciate it. Oh, that works. No, I wanted that. Oh, Jesus Christ. There we go. All right, let's go. Ah! Ah! I'm in a tree! Ow. Oh, shit. Oh my god, thank god he was a stormtrooper and stormtroopers can't aim, because holy fuck, that was a terrible place to land. Oh, shit. Oh, I can't use them for healing? I'm sad. Oh, there's a chug jug. But there's also a chest in here. There's also a med kit down there. God damn it. Okay. All right. There's a chest in the porta potty. Up. That meteor is so loud. Where'd my bike go? Oh, it got stuck in a tree. That's right, I remember. But there's another one over here, so it's okay. Was there not a person there? Was I tripping? Oh, I have 0 mid-range. I probably shouldn't have traded that, Oh my god, 16 health. Holy shit. Alright. Everything's fine. This is fine. We're fine. We're so fine. We're okay. We're so cool. We're poggers. There's a purple pistol in there that I want. There, nope. There it is. Alright. I don't need this shotgun. Take that instead. Man, it's so hard to hear like other stuff over the meteor sometimes. Trying to scoot up to my desk. Well, the good news is that we're almost done with the battle pass. I think I literally have like 2 or 3 items left to collect, and then it's done. And then we can do the extra rewards. I think you have to claim all of the extra rewards though before you can get to the golden peely, which that's a lot. I don't know. I want that. Thank you. All right. I am on my way. I can go the distance. I know every mile will be worth my while. If you want golden peel, you have to get to level 62. And that's like 30 levels from where I am right now, I think. I don't look at my thing. I don't know. I'm level something. Oh, I'm 46. That's not that bad. That's like 20 levels. That's still a lot of levels, but... Do I want dual pistols or hand cannon? I think the hand cannon, honestly. Or we could ditch the rocket launcher. Oh shit, I gotta decide. Okay. I'm leaving the dual pistols. I mean, if I really wanted it and I was really desperate for it, I could use the V-Bucks I have and buy levels, but I don't know if it's that worth it. Damn. Did they see me? I don't know. I think they saw me. They're guessing. They're trying. They're trying to figure it out. Oh! Ludicrous shot. Yeah. That's one way to put it. I wonder if anybody's up there yet. Probably, knowing my luck, but we'll try. At worst case scenario, I die, we made top 5. So. That's... No! Why? Oh my lord. Okay. Why can't I build it there? Why can't I build it there? Whatever, I guess. I can build that, but I can't build stairs there? That's an airstrike, it sounds like. Alright, there we go. Oh, I'm still outside of the circle, damn it. And that'll take me outside of the circle. Shit. I think I'm too far out of the rendering distance for me to be able to see where the gunfire's coming from. There's a shit ton of dropped loot down there, though. I have to assume that's where it was coming from. There's so much stuff down there. Oh yeah, there's somebody building over there. I can see it. Ow, fuck. See anybody, gamers? Oh, I see somebody up there. Are they gonna zip line down? Doesn't look like it. There's a tree blocking me from the top up there, so I can't see exactly what they're doing unless they drop down. But they could have dropped down on the other side of the mountain. It's entirely possible. I don't see anybody hiding out in the loot over there. Oh, there he is. There's somebody. I don't think that's the same person. I gotta scoot forward. shit, they saw me. I was hoping they wouldn't see me, but they totally saw me. They rifted. Ow, fuck. Damn. Second again. Oh, Lord. Oh, only 5. Oh, Lord. I'm good to keep playing or keep streaming, but I'm thinking we might swap off of Fortnite for a bit. I can only take so much Fortnite. I'll probably go I'll probably get back on later tonight and finish out the pass. There's so little left in it. All I know is that I'm getting no. No. Sorry. I'm getting kind of weary of Fortnite. We're gonna go here while I figure this out. Alright, anyways. Oh my god, sorry. I'm losing my brain cells. My brain cells are dying very slowly. Oh god. Alright, what are we gonna do? Let me think. I thought about, earlier I thought about playing Sea of Thieves, but I'm not entirely sure anymore. I know that they're coming out. God, I cannot wait for them to freaking release their private servers. I can't wait for that because that's going to be great. Private servers are going to be fantastic. And then I don't have to suffer on Sea of Thieves anymore. I can do the stuff I want to do and not be interrupted by anybody. That's going to be fantastic. But in the meantime, what do we want to do instead? I don't know. Oh no, hold on. Oh, hold on. Okay, maybe I'm good. Oh, maybe I'm good. I think I'm good. I thought I was gonna sneeze, and that was gonna be rough. Alright, anyways, man, I don't really know. I don't really know what I want to play. I don't know what I feel like playing. I don't know. I don't really feel like doing a whole lot, if I'm quite honest. Part of me kind of just wants to sit here and chill for a bit, if I'm being so for real. I don't really feel like, you know, I don't feel like playing any games. I just want to vibe. Just chill. Chill out and vibe. Vibe and chill out. Let me think. Oh, excuse me. What the fuck? What are we gonna do? What are we going to do? I don't know. I am trying to figure it out, but my brain is slowly shutting down. Not really, but man, if Travis was home, I would say I could persuade Travis maybe into doing some ARAMs. We play League, but he's not home. So I don't know. There's Raft or you know, there's Power Wash Sim. I think I'd be down for some Power Wash Sim. I like Power Wash Sim. Let me get it loaded up. I haven't done a whole lot either in Power Wash Sim. I need to do some more. No. I tried to sync it and it didn't want to sync. Dude, they did a Back to the Future partnership on Power Wash Sim, and I had no idea about it. I literally just now heard about it because it was on the page. That's crazy. Alright. I like Power Wash Sim. Power Wash Sim is great. All you do is you sit and you clean stuff. I need to finish the career anyways. What do we want to do? Let's do this one because it's easy. I say that, but watch it be like really complicated. I need to turn my sound back on. There we go. Alrighty. Why is it just getting more rusted? There it goes, I think. It's like the rust is just not coming off. How do you... I have no metal cleaner. Can I buy metal cleaner? All right, there we go. Oh wait, I don't have... Do I have to have a cleaner nozzle on? Yes. Come on, pedals. There we go. Alright, seat and handlebars. There we go, job done. Job done. It took me so long to figure out why the heck it wasn't, like, cleaning. Alright, so there's that. And we'll clean this car next. I'm trying to do the fire engine, like, last as possible. I do not want to do the fire engine. I have to do the fire engine, but I don't want to do the fire engine. Oh, Lord, Grandpappy Miller, what did you do to your car? Oh, it's a race car. This isn't just any car, it's a race car. Look at that. Check it out. Man, I remember when me and my family used to be, like, really into NASCAR and stuff. I remember we were really into that. We watched quite a few of the races and stuff. My mom used to be really into watching, she was really into Dale Earnhardt Jr. That was her favorite person to watch race. And I don't know, we were just really into it as a family. We were really into the NASCAR. We're really into watching cars making repeated left turns. All those left turns, man. We haven't, like, that was a few years ago, though. We haven't watched NASCAR in a long time. I can't tell if this is clean or not. There it is. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it was a point in time. It was a period of my life. Come on, come on, come on. Ooh, you want to be clean so bad. Ooh. Ooh, you want to be clean so bad. There we go. Alright. Let's swap to normal. Normal, what you call it, nozzles. Well, it's for the tires and stuff. Oh god. Sorry, gamers. Travis was coming home from work.
Sit up straight!
I am. I'm sitting. I'm doing the straight.
Hydrate or dihydrate, you dick!
I will hydrate. Alright, I cannot snooze this one. I've snoozed the last 3. So, we have an ad break coming up. I just realized I was talking with the mic muted. Did you go eat dinner, Jackalaka? How was your dinner? I hope you had a good dinner. I am eating donuts. It did. Super chili. Oh, chili sounds so good. With it being so cold and stuff too. Oh, chili sounds great. Well, I'm glad to know that it was super yummy. I'm sure that if I was there, I would have loved it. Chili and soup are like some of the best. I'm gonna turn this down a little bit because it's loud. Or I feel like it's loud. I don't know. Chili and soup are like the best foods for cold weather, and you can't change my mind. Like it's just, they're just so good. They make you feel all warm and oh, it's so good. Just the bestest. Brake light, headlight, indicator. Cozy vibes for real. Alright, and then there's a brake light. Which one? Oh, I think I see it. Indicator. What's that? Oh, there we go. Job done. Look at me cleaning that car. Alright, now we have to do the fire truck. I don't get a choice. Has to be fire truck. Have to do fire truck. Oops. There we go. Can you see how long the lad? Yes, I can. Currently, there is 1 minute and 10 seconds left in the ad. Dude, why does it feel like some of this rust that's on here is just, it's caked? Oops, that's not what I meant. Hi, Travis. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. How was work? I'm sorry. I know it was long. You normally never get home this late on Fridays. I'm glad you're home. And you have the weekend now. Don't forget, tomorrow we have the Fortnite event. Okay. Are you excited? I'm excited. Your papers are right there. I told you it was. I told you it was the book. I'm telling you, if you go through and you flip through that thing, it looks like that they printed off the same page like several times and just put it in there. I don't know why, it just does this, like, the changes are so minuscule between each page, it's hard to tell. I tried earlier to get through, oh my god. Earlier to get through the battle pass, what's left of it. I'm so close to finishing it. But I had to take a break from Fortnite because it was getting on my nerves. I gotta remember, I can only clean certain parts with certain soap. Effectively, at least. I can only effectively clean certain parts with certain types of soap. What I'm hoping for is that this soap will get all of the really hard stuck dirt off of the thing, and then we can use normal nozzles later to get the rest of it off. That's the plan. Get that bread! Oh my gosh! Oh wait. I get to promo stuff. Oh my good golly gosh. Okie dokie. Oh man, I wasn't prepared for this. I'm gonna be so honest with you. Alright, anyways, I am affiliated with 2 separate companies. We'll see if I know I set up one. There we go. Ba, 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 ba. The first one is Candle. Candle is a queer-owned small business that makes candles. Lately they've been partnering with lots of VTubers, so I've been able to see some of my acquaintances and other VTubers that I follow have their own candles made into, or have their own designs made into candles. Sorry, my brain is all over the place. That being said, it's a super cool company. They do candles, they do wax melts, they do like stickers and backpacks and t-shirts and all kinds of things, and you should absolutely go and check them out. You can use my code Nanaru at checkout for 15% off of your order. And yeah, there's a link there for that. Let's see if I set this one up or not. This one is a shot in the dark. I don't know if I set it up. Maybe I did, maybe I did. I did! Poggy Woggies. The other company I'm affiliated with is Rogue Energy. Rogue Energy is a... how to describe? My immediate thing was Gamer Drink. Let's go with that. Gamer Drink Company. They make powdered products and I think cans. I think they just recently started doing canned drinks. They have different fucking, what's it called? My brain is so bad right now. I'd be so much better at this if my brain wasn't all over the place, but it's all over the place. different formulas for hydration, energy, whatever you need. If you would like a personal recommendation for myself, Rocket Pop is my favorite, and I'm pretty sure that's an energy flavor. In my experience, they've tasted really great. I have not had a flavor from Rogue Energy that I did not like, to at least some extent, but Rocket Pop is my favorite. You can use my code Skulker to receive 10% off at checkout for Rogue Energy. And yeah. That was so cool. Thanks, Jack Lacko, for redeeming that. I really appreciate it. I'm trying to get better about promoting and talking about the companies I work with. And Rogue Energy and Candle are some of the best ones I think I've worked with before. I have no complaints with either of them. They're fantastic people to work with. Puggy Wuggies, Puggity Wuggies. Oh wait, I need to... There we go. Man, Travis was in here and now Travis is gone. I don't know where he went. I'm so sad. I have no idea what we're doing for dinner. I gotta ask Travis what we're doing for dinner. Well, it's almost clean. E. Splish splash, I was taking a bath. Here come the rubber dubber, splish splash, splish splash. Here come the rubber dubber, splish splash, splash. Here come the rubber dubber, splish splash, splish splash. Here come the rubber dubber, splish splash, splash. I gotta climb up here, jeez. Police rules, fire drools. I'm just gonna keep, yep, we're just gonna clean that right off of there. Here come the rubber dubber, splish splash, splish splash. Here come the rubber dubber, splish splash, splash. Man, there's so many people posting on Twitter, about how they're at MFF, and I'm sad over here. A little bit, at least. I'm not having that much FOMO, if I'm quite honest. When it comes to furry conventions, I think that there's really only one that I genuinely like to go to and genuinely try to go to every year, and that's Furry Week in Atlanta. I don't care about other conventions, if I'm quite honest. Anthrocon is absolutely, I'm never going to Anthrocon. There's far too many people and my social anxiety could never. I struggle at DragonCon. I don't want to think about how I'm gonna struggle at Anthrocon. Especially, like, this isn't like a slight against the community or anything. It's just a thing that I personally deal with. Furries are very touchy-feely. You know, like, one of the biggest things with furries is hugs and giving hugs and shit. And I just, DragonCon, you don't really deal with that. People, like, kind of, you know, keep to themselves, or they're not inclined to just run up to you and be like, oh, hi, and start hugging on you and shit. Furries will do that. And I personally am not super wild about it, at least not without asking. Kuzco, no touchy. No touchy. No touchy. At least not without permission. So yeah, I don't know. Definitely, like, Anthrocon is definitely not one of the conventions I'm gonna want to go to at any point in my life. And I've heard stories of MFF, and yeah, I think I can pass. I'm good. Like, y'all have fun at MFF, but yeah, I'm gonna stay home. I'm just gonna chill at home. I'm gonna sit at home and play Power Wash Simulator and clean a fire truck. That's what I'm gonna do. That being said, we've got 1 month left in the year, and then in January is when I start working on my next big cosplay project. I'm starting like super early, like stupid early, because I want to make sure I give myself enough time to get everything done that needs to get done for the cosplay. What's the project or secret? It's not secret. I'm gonna be making an Iron Mouse cosplay. Like one of her specific outfits. I'm not sure what the outfit like is called, but if you go and look at her Nendoroid, like the Iron Mouse Nendoroid, it's that outfit, the outfit she's wearing in the on the Nendoroid. I want to make sure I have enough time to just get it all done, because there's a lot that I have to do. And there's going to be a lot of testing. It's going to be a lot of like playing around, seeing how to get certain things to look certain ways. There's a lot. There's a lot of, it's going to be a lot of, what's the phrase? It's the first outfit I ever saw at first. Yeah, me too. Like, I like this outfit that she has. It's one of my favorites of hers because it looks comfortable, you know? But at the same time, it's also gonna be the easiest to get done, and it's also the most safe for work, if I'm quite honest. Or the most publicly acceptable. She has like a couple of other ones that are either would be too difficult for me to figure out how to crochet it, or ones that I would not feel comfortable wearing out in a public space. Oh god, what is it? I know exactly which outfit I'm thinking of, I just don't know what it's called, but quite literally the outfit is basically lingerie. And I'm like, Miss Girl, more power to you, but I would not be able to cosplay that and not feel some form of like self-conscious. I couldn't do it. More power to the people who have cosplayed that outfit. I just couldn't. It couldn't be me. But either way, I'm excited. I wanna cosplay Mousy, and I wanna have a good time with it. Last year at Dragon Con, my Alice cosplay was a pretty big success. It was a pretty big hit. Oops, what you mean oops? That'll be exciting for cosplay. Yeah. It'll be interesting though. Oops, but it'll be interesting to see if anybody recognizes it though. Like if anybody recognizes that it's Iron Mouse. I saw exactly like I saw it last year. I saw exactly one Iron Mouse cosplayer, and it was by chance that I happened to see them. Pure happenstance that I just happened to come across them. And it was Corpo. It was Corpo Iron Mouse too. I think that kills me. is Corpo Iron Mouse. Hi Jay, how are ya? How's work? Is going good. We played Fortnite for a little while, and then I was getting irritated, so we switched over to Power Wash Sim. And so now we're cleaning a fire truck. It's going good on me first break. I get you. I see. I'm glad to know that work's going good. Hop. Oops. Do. But yeah, I think that's what I'm gonna like. That's my main focus is gonna be for the year is just getting that cosplay done or getting as much of it done as I can. That's gonna be one of my goals for the new year is to get the or start working on it and then finish it. That'll be my goal for 2023 because it's gonna be a big project. Lots and lots of crocheting. But I think it'll look really nice when it's done. The one thing I'm not gonna do because I am not gonna put myself through that hell, is I'm not gonna make the wig. I'm gonna buy a wig. I have no idea how I'm gonna do the tail. I just realized thinking about it. I'll figure it out. Alright, fog lights, handles, and wipers. What are the fog lights? What are fog lights? Are those fog lights? I don't know what fog lights are. What are fog lights? Yeah, these are fog lights. Are these fog lights? There it goes. Frog lights? Now I need handles. Okay, and windscreen wipers. Yeah, we did it! And that took significantly less time than I thought it was going to. Yeah. Oh, God, guys, don't you know? I'm a pro when it comes to cleaning shit. I'm so good at it. My house totally isn't a mess. Nine times out of 10. My room totally isn't a mess. Don't know what you're talking about. I'm so good at cleaning. I'm the best at cleaning. You have no idea. I'm almost out of metal soap. is there more in the shop? Perhaps? Nope. Okay. Well, it does mean we're gonna have to clean it by hand. Going back to conventions though, like when I think about it, like I think my younger self was always, I always had FOMO when people would post about going to conventions and stuff, because I was really like, conventions were my thing. That was the one thing I liked to do a lot, was conventions. But you know, being like going through the life experiences that I have gone through and living as much as I have in the time since, I've come to the realization that conventions are great, but I don't need to go to every one, and it's better for me that I don't go to every single one, financially and mentally, because social anxiety is a bitch. Social anxiety is a bitch, and sometimes people just suck. Trying to think of the nicest way to put that. And I think that's the nicest way I can put it. Man, this shit's really caked on. Like, it is not coming off easy. I wish I had soap. I feel like it's taking forever. It takes forever to clean. Forever. We're getting progress done, slowly but surely. Yeah. I'm hoping that halfway through this job they'll update it and then give us more soap. That's what I'm really hoping for. Life without you is just like chocolate chip cookies without chocolate chips. It's just flour. And flour makes chocolate chip cookies, but you need the chocolate chips to make the cookies better. And I'm probably missing some steps, but that's how you make chocolate chip cookies with you. And life without you is like my favorite fries, but fries without any salt, it's potatoes. And potatoes are good, but they're better with flavor, just like how you make life that much greater. And I'm probably missing some steps, but that's how you make life so much better with you. Not cryptocurrency. No, Jenny. Don't do crypto. Don't do crypto, Jenny. Life without you is just like chocolate chip cookies without chocolate chips. It's just flour. And flour makes chocolate chip cookies, but you need the chocolate chips to make the cookies better. And I'm probably missing some steps, but that's how you make chocolate chip cookies with you. And life without you is like my favorite fries with fries. It's the thing on TikTok. The thing on TikTok. I'll have to show it to you. Hang on. I'm trying to get this gosh darn rim cleaned here. It's stubborn. There we go. Okay, now I show you. Life without you is just like chocolate chip cookies without chocolate chips. It's just flour. Alright, let me pause this and then I'll show you.
Life without you is just like chocolate chip cookies without
Chocolate chips is just flour. And flour makes chocolate chip cookies, but you need the chocolate chips to make the cookies better. And I'm probably missing some steps, but that's how you make chocolate chip cookies with you.
How long have you been standing there? Life with
So this video ended up blowing up on TikTok so much to the point where they made a whole song out of it.
life without you is just like chocolate chip cookies
Without chocolate chips, it's just flour. And flour makes chocolate chip cookies, but you need the chocolate chips to make the cookies better. And I'm probably missing some steps, but that's how you make chocolate chip cookies with you. Yeah. Either way, I remember seeing that video for the first time, like the original, and I was like, oh, this was cute. This is so cute. And I'm pretty sure I sent it to Travis. And then, God, what was it, like a year or two later? I think that video's been out for a year, maybe a few months. I'm not sure. They came out with a full song, and I was like, oh my god.
I'm still a piece of garbage.
Thank you for checking in. I really appreciate it. I said, oh my god. I can't believe this. And now it constantly gets stuck in my head. But it's a good brainworm to have, I think. Better than other brainworms, I think. Life without you is just like chocolate chip cookies without chocolate chips. It's just flour. Life without you is like my favorite fries, but fries without any salt. It's potatoes. And potatoes are good, but they're better with flavor, just like how you make life that much greater. And I'm probably missing some steps, But that's how you make life so much better with you. Could be a little more like, oh, annoying, like, baby shark do 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 do, baby shark do 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 do, baby shark do 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 do, baby shark. I forgot about Baby Shark until literally just now. I forgot about Baby Shark. I don't know how that was possible, but I forgot about Baby Shark. And now I'm cursed to remember that Baby Shark exists. Gosh darn it, Jackalaka. I was saved! I was saved. I was out. I thought, just when you think you're out, somebody's gotta drag you right back in. There is no escape from Baby Shark. Oh, I gotta clean under here too? What is this shit? Chicken wing, hot dog and bologna, chicken and macaroni, chilling with my homies. Narwhals swimming in the ocean, causing a commotion, 'cause they are so awesome. Narwhals swimming in the ocean, pretty big and pretty white, could beat a polar bear in a fight like an underwater unicorn. They got a kick-ass facial horn, they are the Jedi of the sea. They stop Cthulhu eating ye. Narwhals, they are narwhals. Narwhals, just don't let them touch your balls. Narwhals, they are narwhals. Narwhals, inventors of the shish kebab. Look at how fast I can move the brush. My god, those are some old songs, yeah! They really are, though. Internet's been around for ages. Sometimes I do as well, but then they somehow, some way, find their way back onto my little corner of the internet. I haven't done like any of the song. It's okay. It just means that we spent time in different parts of the internet. I swear, please. I didn't see this Harry Potter puppet videos till like 2012 and everyone was like mind blown. Oh my god. What's that mysterious tick in your eyes? Snape. Snape. Severus Snape. 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 Severus Snape. Dumbledore. Bailey? You good? What the fuck was that? You're freaking me out there for a second. Oh my god. Yes. I don't know the Lions one, but I know the Badgers one. Oh my lord, Bailey almost gave me a heart attack. No, go lay down. Go lay down. Go lay down, please. Can you go lay down, please? She says, no, you acknowledged me. Now you have to pay attention to me because you acknowledged me. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. You freaked me out though. I thought something was wrong. I couldn't. Oh my goodness! Don't do that to me, Bailey. I freaked out. I thought something was wrong. Go lay down, please. No, I can't pet you anymore. No, I can't pet you anymore. I'm sorry. Go ask Dad. Maybe Dad will pet you. I'm sure he will, actually. Bailey's like, this is blasphemy. I can't believe this. I looked over at Bailey and she was like rolling on the floor in like a weird way, and I was very scared. I'm not gonna lie to you, I was very scared. I thought something was wrong. I was like, what is wrong with my dog? But she jumped up like she jumped up like nothing was wrong. I moved my chair and she just jumped right up. I was like, oh thank God. Okay, you're just being weird. That's fine. You can continue to be weird. Travis thinks I attract weird animals. We don't ever get like normal animals. Even Salem is weird in his own ways. I brought it up because the other day we were talking about it and I was like, oh, you know, we attract some weird animals. And he says, no, I think it's just you. You attract weird animals. He had a cat before I met him. And he goes and he says, the weirdest thing about Miss Kitty was that she played fetch. That was the weirdest thing about her. Whoa, the RV, this thing? So, you mean to tell me I'm cleaning my own vehicle? You're gonna let me have this after I clean it? I'm hoping we get snow this year. It's been really cold, like, it's been really cold here during the past month, so I'm hoping that because it's so cold, I'm hoping that it'll continue to stay that way, and then we'll get some snow. Either, I want to say, like, maybe late December, early January. That's what I'm hoping for. We got some snow, I think last February we got some snow. Snow for Christmas and then no more. I love snow. I love snow so much. My mom, I was talking to my mom the other day on the phone, and she was telling me about my dad. He's in Illinois. And she goes and she was like, is it cold there? And I said, yeah, it's pretty cold here. And she was like, oh, well, it's snowing in Illinois where your dad is. And I said, full, like, not even censoring. I said, that lucky bastard. I'm sure he probably doesn't feel that way, but I love snow. To be fair, though, this is coming from somebody who didn't live in an area where it snowed very often. So I'm sure that people like you, Jackalaka, or like my dad, who live in areas where it snows all the time, I'm sure that you probably are sick of snow. No, Bailey. We already had like 2 inches of snow the other day. Oh my gosh. Snow's just so pretty. It can be, at least. I was like, okay, that's enough. I've had enough. You can take it away now. Thank you. Goodbye. No more snow. Has Power Wash done a Christmas thing? I feel like they should do a Christmas thing. I would love to do a Christmas thing for Power Wash. Like, we clean like a Christmas tree or some shit. I'd love that. We clean Santa's sleigh! Bailey, stop that. Ooh, girl. Could clean a decorated house and like your yeah. Power Wash. Power Wash, hit me up, bro. I've got ideas for you. I've got ideas for you, and guess what? I'll give you these ideas for you to use for 10%. You can have these ideas all for just 10% of sales. A little measly 10%. Hey, for my math girly, my math pals and math girlies that are out there, is 10% a lot? I don't know. 10% sounded like a small number, but thinking about it, I don't know if 10% is actually small. I think it'd be a little high, but I don't know that much either. Ooh. 10% high. Wow. Travis could tell me, I think, if that was if I was reaching for the stars or if I was lowballing. Maybe 3 to 5 sounds more realistic for them to give us something for a collab. True. Unless it's a big IP, you know, like a big company. I'm sure that they probably, or Nickelodeon probably asked for a lot more. For SpongeBob, for the SpongeBob collab. That was still really cool, though. I think, like, out of all of the Power Wash collabs that have come out, the SpongeBob one has to be the coolest. Sorry, Midgar, but it's SpongeBob. I'm not a Shark Tank fan for stuff like business deals. Yeah, no, for real. The most I know about Shark Tank, I think, is the people who own Scrub Daddy went on Shark Tank, and I think they passed up on it, and then Scrub Daddy ended up, like, you know, being the massive company thing it is now. They just released a duster the other day, or I saw a TikTok about them talking about their duster that they have. It's called a damp duster. I love Scrub Daddy though. Scrub Daddy is like my favorite cleaner, my favorite cleaning company. Scrub Daddy is great. In one of my college classes, we had to do a Shark Tank like project where we created a fake product and had to sell it to the teacher. I was like, "What's Shark Tank?" Oh man. To be fair, I don't know much about Shark Tank either. I haven't even watched like entire episodes. I think I've only watched like bits and pieces of certain episodes. Like I said, I saw like I heard about Scrub Daddy being on Shark Tank. And then I think that they didn't do well. Or that the sharks didn't like Scrub Daddy. Yeah. Oh, this thing is so dirty. And I have no soap to clean it with, so I have to clean it by hand over here. I googled it and one shark made a deal with Scrub Daddy, gave them $200,000 for 20% equity in the company. Whoa. What's equity? As of July, that shark has made over $12 million off of it. Holy shit. Well, that just goes to show. Scrub Daddy. It's great. We love Scrub Daddy. I wonder. Wow, what am I doing? Okay, hold on. Equipment. This one, this is heavy duty. And then I want the big extension for do I have the big one for why can I not buy it? Oh, Pro. Maybe that's why. There it is. Okay, and now long extension. I'm hoping this will help me get the dirt off quicker. Maybe. It looks like it's working. I think equity is like ownership. Oh, I see. I see. I swear to God, I just want to get this van cleaned. That's all I want in life. I don't ask for much. I don't want much. Just a clean van. That's all I want. The heavy duty washer's getting it off pretty easily though, I'll say that. I feel like it's not taking me nearly as long as it did before. Whoops, wrong one. Whoop. Oh, hello? What did I just do? There we go. Come on, bumper. You're like basically clean. What? Okay, never mind. There we go. It's gotta be the roof, right? There we go. Brake lights, exhaust. Oh, I didn't even see these up here. I think I'm gonna have to get up there and clean them. I will need... That's not what I wanted. There we go. Now exhaust. We did it! Oh, thank God. That took forever. Oh, Lord. No. Okay, well, I'm not doing that today. Oh, my Lord. Not a helicopter. Not a helicopter. All right. Let me see here. Beep bop. Oh, I know who will raid. Did they just start? We might hang out a little bit if they just started. It did. They did. They look like they just started. That's fine. We can chill out here for a bit. Okie dokie, gamers. Thank you guys for hanging out with me today. I really appreciate it. Cloud conflict, your face. Why can't you sync to the cloud? What is wrong? I don't know how to fix. Maybe I'll ask Travis. Maybe Travis will know how to fix it. Excuse me. All right. No ads. Oh God, why is it all the way up there? It's raining. It's raining, pee-pee. That sounded terrible. Okay, I'm gonna go now. All right. Oh no, I know. I was thinking of the Dr. PP, but then it came out wrong. It was bad. Anyways, we're gonna go raid Liberty. I think Liberty is gonna be doing some art today. Pretty sure. Okie dokie, gamers. Thank you guys for hanging out with me today. I really appreciate it. If you're new here and you aren't following me on my socials already, oops. There's all of those. I've got a Twitter and a TikTok and an Instagram and a Blue Sky and a YouTube. My Discord server is also listed there. Tomorrow we're having anime night in the Discord. So we'll be watching we're gonna be watching episodes 1 and 2 of Chainsaw Man. So, you know, if you're interested in that, you should totally join the Discord server. Otherwise, it's a pretty cool place to hang out. It's pretty comfy. It's the best way to keep track of when I'm going to be streaming and what I'm up to, you know? So, there's that. Yeah. Sunday, we're also going to be having another anime night, and that one's going to be Travis's, I think, unless he just doesn't do it this week. I don't know why he wouldn't, but I think they have been watching Eminence in Shadow and Cautious Hero. But yeah. Please be sure to be kind and respectful in Liberty's chat, and I will see you guys all over there. Have a wonderful rest of your night, and I'll see you guys all tomorrow for Fortnite event. Fortnite!